Hi guys, I'm Dena and welcome to my channel. So in my last video, a lot of you guys have asked me about how I healed from my breakup, how to get over a breakup in general. So yeah, today let's talk about how to mend a broken heart. 'Cause when you feel like you're running in circles, trapped in your dream, maybe I'll remind you of the way you used to look at me. So approximately about 7 months ago, my previous relationship of 3 years ended. I mean, I can't guarantee that I'm fully healed. I'm always happy. But what I can say is I do feel a lot better. I don't even remember when was the last time I cried. And you know, I'm actually starting to be able to appreciate some moments from the past, from the bottom of my heart. If you'd asked me a few months ago, I would for sure be lying if I said that. And I'm also back being a productive woman. I got a new job and I'm just so excited about what the future holds. Yeah, I'm telling you girls that you can achieve this. This kind of excitement will come to you. I know the reason why you clicked into this video is because you are brokenhearted. You might be feeling as if the pain is drowning you every single day. It's making you feel like you're turning into another person you don't even know anymore. You might feel like this pain is never going to end. Just somehow can't see the other side of the tunnel. Might be getting a little bit impatient with yourself because you haven't been feeling like you're getting any better. I want you to know that I know what it feels like, and you are not alone. I know I said it a million times, and it is so cliche just saying that, but it's true. There are millions of people out there who have gone through the same thing, or even worse scenarios that managed to survive, and so will you. It just takes time and a proactive change of mindset. The first step that I would recommend is talk to a friend. But don't just talk to any friend, okay? You gotta kind of be smart about it. Reach out to those you know will not judge you. Because when you're going through a breakup, some ugly emotions are gonna show up, and make sure you find ones that are experienced in relationships. Not all of them are able to react in a way that's helpful for you in your healing process, but it doesn't mean that they are bad friends. We all need time and experiences and self-reflect to become a better friend for someone else. If you were to have asked me about relationship advice 4 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to give you the best advice. And if you've accidentally found a friend that made you feel worse about this situation, just remind yourself that it's not their intention to hurt you or to make you feel worse, because real friends would want the best for you. Okay, so what if you have no friends? Can't find the right person to talk to? There are so many resources out there, online, offline, that specify in dealing with a broken heart. We're just lucky to be born this day and age where it's so easy to find help. There are podcasts, books, audiobooks, videos online like YouTube video, like this video, articles about self-help, and people online sharing their own experiences of how they managed to handle this broken heart, manifest this broken energy into something empowering. I remember when I encountered my first ever breakup, like the breakup of a serious relationship, I was devastated. And one day I just got on YouTube and searched for how to get over a breakup. There I saw my favorite YouTuber, Weylie's video about her worst breakup story, plus breakup tips. The way she shared her story was just so funny. I remember immediately feeling so much better. And now I'll be sharing with you guys 2 audio resources that had helped me get over my last relationship, which is the latest heartbreak. And the first one was actually suggested by my friend Pamela. It's a podcast and it's called What I Know Now by a YouTuber from England. Her name is Amelia Liana. In the podcast, she shared about how she was being broken up by her ex-fiance. She also shared how she healed alongside with professional experts and friends. It's just always comforting to know that someone understands your pain and that someone had survived it. The next audio resource I'm suggesting is an audiobook that I found on Audible. This one is just gold. So helpful, especially at the beginning and the middle stages of healing after a breakup. The book is called The Wisdom of a Broken Heart: How to Turn the Pain of a Breakup into Healing, Insight, and New Love. This book guides you through step-by-step practices, exercises, meditations, like self-affirmation words, and she just gives the most insightful yet grounded advice. Her voice was so soothing, her words were so comforting and empathetic. Somehow she was able to elaborate every kind of emotion and intentions that were going on in my head accurately and give appropriate and insightful responses and advice at that given moment. She's just like that god sister, that mentor we all need once in a while on our journey way back to finding that inner peace, calmness in you. You can find this audiobook on Audible. Audible is a website from Amazon where you can buy audiobooks individually or pay under a subscription. If you have been experiencing deep lows and pains that are keeping you from being productive in your studies and in your work, and it's affecting them, and if you've been having thoughts about hurting yourself for more than 3 months, do not hesitate to seek for professional help. As I mentioned earlier, there are so many resources around you. If you're in a campus, there are therapy units, counseling units that are there available for you for free. Well, I mean, as a part of your tuition. Why not just go for a try? I have a licensed psychologist friend that is working in a campus. Sometimes the neurotransmitters in our brain, they just aren't that balanced, and we need extra help from someone that actually studies this to kind of balance it all out for us. I remember back in college, I went through a very bad breakup and I searched for professional help. I went to counseling in our school and it was very helpful, and it's totally fine and normal to ask for help. Third tip I'm sharing with you guys is it's okay to feel conflicted. There will be times when you feel super conflicted. There's absolutely no right or wrong when it comes to how you feel. The fourth tip that I'm about to share is, I think, the most important one, and it is to recognize your inner self-critic. I just remember after I heard my ex moving on already, and it really triggered all my negative thoughts about myself. Oh, I'm not pretty enough. I'm not successful enough. I'm just not enough for him to stay. There will be times when you feel like this, when you just feel like you're inadequate, you're unworthy, you're trying to be better, but sometimes your inner self-critic just gets you. And I remember back then I reached out to a friend and told him about this issue. He recognized what I was feeling and told me that it's me being self-critical. It's when you feel so little about yourself, you start it to be super hard on yourself in a very unproductive way. He not only told me that he himself had dealt with it, he suggested an audio guide from this meditation app called Insight, and it really helped me digest all these self-criticisms into a very healthy and positive and proactive mindset. I know it's very vague right now, but let me give you guys an example. When you're feeling like you're not good enough, instead of thinking that, oh, I'm just gonna be like this forever, I'm such a failure, turning that into a positive mindset would be like, you know what, I can be better. I can be good enough. In fact, I'm gonna work on myself right now. It's you turning that weakness, that self-criticisms, into empowerment. See, you can always find strength in pain. So this one particular audio guide that he suggested is called Understanding Your Inner Critiques. Basically what you do is you download the Insight app and then you just search for it in the search bar. And I think it was an 18-minute guide. I remember I listened to it every night before I went to bed, and it only took me 3 nights to feel better. And you see, being self-critical isn't always entirely bad. Think it in an optimistic way. It actually keeps you grounded. However, if you're pessimistic about it, that negativity will easily turn into self-pity and self-victimizing. And you got to recognize that these self-criticisms or these self-pity thoughts will not take you anywhere, will not bring you change, and you don't want to stay in this negativity and pain forever. You know what it feels like. It's terrible. And you can grow out from this pain by turning that switch on, that self-affirmation telling you that you can and will be good enough for yourself or for anyone else. You can achieve your dreams, achieve your goals. And just like what the ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle had once said, we are what we repeatedly do. Excellence is not an act, it's a habit. You can be better by practicing, by building that habit now. It's okay to feel a little bit shitty about yourself once in a while. It's normal. I feel that way too. But you just gotta allow yourself to be able to pick yourself back up. Fifth tip is a mindset that I like to share, and it's to think bigger. Have you ever felt so cynical that you just think the whole world is against you? You're the only one that's going through this pain and just feeling like you're the only one that's innocent? After a breakup, especially if you're the one that was being mistreated, it's easy to spiral into the thought of how unlucky you are. You would feel like you're the only one that's sad, you're the only one that's depressed. That's not true. There are so many people out there that are also going through things, that are battling with something you don't even know. Some people are worried about whether they have a safe home to go back to, whether they have food in front of them, whether they have money to go to school or be educated, and you're here worrying about someone that's not that into you anymore. You can do better. In the grand scheme of things, you'll realize that putting your time and effort on someone or something that doesn't even care about you that much anymore is a waste of your precious life. And you will learn that there are far more important things and people in your life that are worth your time and effort. For example, your career, your self-growth, your family, your friends. Number 6 is to have dignity. Don't let this one person that clearly doesn't even care that much about you anymore, or this one person that's not even important in your life, that doesn't even know you, hurt you like that, or get you like that. Don't you think it's just kind of dumb? If I do, I would be making a fool out of myself. The energy that's given in this situation is just so imbalanced. You're basically holding up the whole space, where obviously if a thing should be an issue, it should have energy coming from both sides, right? But then again, when it happens, it's okay. Just recognize it and then just train your brain to think in a different way. Sometimes we just lose our dignity to love, and can be a little bit romantic, I guess, but if it's too much, it's not healthy, because you would want to be with a person that respects you. There is no such thing as time wasted when effort is made. Sometimes after ending a really long and serious relationship, we tend to think about how much time and effort we've wasted on this person. The fact is, when there is effort made in self-reflection and communication, you grow and you evolve from it. The way you solve conflicts, the way you communicate with people, the way you learn how to forgive and take a stand, the way you realize what's important to you, they don't just show up in your life all of a sudden. The journey of becoming a better version of yourself takes time and experiences. And with this mentality, I'm sure that you now are much wiser than the you 1 year ago. And so when you start a new relationship, it will not start from zero. Okay, so those are the 8 tips that really helped me get over my breakup, and they're all based on my own experiences. I really do hope you find them helpful. Just let yourself feel all these emotions, the highs, the lows, as long as you allow yourself to grow, to heal. Some days are going to be worse than others. Some days are going to be better than others. No matter why you guys broke up, there's always space for you to grow into a wiser version of yourself. Now it's the perfect time to focus on yourself without having to worry about another person. And when you find that happy and wholesome you again, I know that right person will come along, fingers crossed. And the beautiful you deserve someone that wants to have a future with you, someone that wants to grow with you, someone that wants to fight with you side by side. And I'm going to end this video with a quote that I found recently that just hit me right to the heart, and it just became one of my favorite quotes. It is by our Queen Bee, Beyonce. She said, "I don't like to gamble, but if there's one thing I'm willing to bet on, it's myself." Remember, you have the potential to survive through anything, and I believe you can. Do you have tips of how to get over a breakup? Feel free to leave those tips down below. I'd love to take a look at them. You never know, you might be able to help someone and make someone's day today and inspire someone today. Okay, so this is really it. If you're here and you managed to watch the whole video, I think you're gonna like a lot of my content. So yeah, hit that subscribe button. Feel free to follow me on my Instagram. I'm very active up there. You'll be able to see a lot of very instant activities. What am I talking about? I've been talking for way too long, okay? Okay, I'm Dena and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.